Hi everyone, and welcome to another class English with Richard. This is class 11 of my advanced level English course. If you've been following this course, you'll remember that classes 1 to 8 of this course are on my other channel, Inglés con Richard, which is my channel for Spanish speakers learning English. The videos are in English, but they're on that channel. Whereas classes 9 and 10 are on this channel. So I'll put a link below in the description of this video to the playlist on the other channel for the first 8 classes if you've just joined this channel. So the theme or the subject of today's class is the verb get. So the verb get is a versatile and commonly used word in the English language, and it has many meanings and uses. So it's essential that you understand the verb get. So what I wanted to do today with this class and with this video was make a complete guide, if you like, to the verb get. But when I started to do it, I realized that there were just so many uses of the verb get in English that this video would be a very long video, and people now don't really like really long videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to divide this class, which is class 11, and deals with the verb get. I'm going to divide it up into 4 parts. So today is going to be part 1, which is the main meanings of the verb get. The main meanings of the verb get, just as a standalone verb. Part 2, which probably I will do, or I will make that video next week, will be expressions with get. There are many expressions in English that use the verb get. Part 3 will be idioms with get. Also, there are many idioms in English that use the verb get. And finally, in part 4, we will look at phrasal verbs with get. Phrasal verbs, remember, are verbs which have 2 parts. For example, get up, get plus the preposition up, which means rise, or could be get up in the morning, is when you get out of bed in the morning, or get out of bed is another one. So I'm going to divide this class into 4 parts. Today the video is not going to be too long. We're only going to be looking at the main meanings of get. So let's begin with the first main meaning of get, which is the most common meaning of get, the basic meaning of get, I should say, which is obtaining or acquiring something. So I've got some examples. I need to get a new phone. That means I need to obtain a new phone. I'm going to go to the shop, or I'm going to go on Amazon, and I'm going to buy a new phone. I'm going to get a new phone. Next, we have another example of obtaining or acquiring something. It's a question, it's a request. Can you get me a glass of water, please? Can you get me a glass of water, please? I want a glass of water. Can you obtain it for me and bring it to me? I want to acquire a glass of water. Well, that doesn't sound quite correct, but I'm trying to use words that are synonymous. Here I have another example, which is a slightly different use, but I still put it in this category of obtaining or acquiring something, which is, can I get a coffee, please? So if you look, this is different from the one we saw earlier. The one we saw previously was, can you get me a glass of water? But this one is, can I get a coffee, please? This phrase is very common in the United States, in American English, when you go to a restaurant or a cafe and you want some food or a drink. So in American English, normally they say, If you're going to Starbucks or something like that, can I get a cappuccino, please? Can I get a cappuccino, please? Or can I get a coffee, please? In British English, the standard phrase is, can I have a coffee, please? If you're going to Starbucks in England, you would normally say, can I have a coffee, please? Although it is changing, and I have heard, the last time that I was in England, I heard people say, can I get, because of the influence of American English. But it's sort of, it's very common in American English, and I've put it in this category. Can I get a coffee? Can I get a chicken sandwich? Can I get a hamburger? Very common in American English, but you can also say, and I personally wouldn't use that phrase. I personally would say, can I have a coffee, please? Can I have a chicken sandwich, please? Can I have a hamburger, please? Okay, so this is the first basic use of get, to obtain or acquire something. Next, we have similar meaning, receiving or experiencing something. So let's look at some examples of that. I got a surprise gift on my birthday. So in this sentence, we can replace the verb get with receive. I received a surprise gift on my birthday. It is also correct, but it would be more common in normal day-to-day English to say I got. Remember, got, of course, is the past of get. I got a surprise gift on my birthday. Next, we have they got a warm welcome when they arrived. So in this case, they received a warm welcome, but this wasn't a tangible thing. A warm welcome is not something tangible. It's not something physical. They experienced a warm welcome. So that's why at the top I've got receiving or experiencing for something. Next, we have he got a promotion at work. He got a promotion at work. So he received or he experienced a promotion in his job. Another way of saying that would be to say, we could just say, he got promoted. He got promoted. Let's carry on then with the next meaning. Basic meanings of net, or the main meanings of get as a standalone verb. Becoming or reaching a state or condition. For example, she got tired after a long day at work. She got tired after a long day at work. She became tired after a lot of hard work or a long day at work. If we say a long day at work, we mean many hours in her job. I want to get better at playing the guitar. I want to get better. I want to improve my guitar playing. I want to get better. I want to arrive at the state where my guitar playing is better. They got married last year. Their state was they were single. They had the wedding, they had the ceremony, they got married. They changed their state from single to married. What else have we got? We've got the next meaning of get, main meaning of get is understanding or comprehending. Well, understanding and comprehending really are synonymous. I finally got the joke you told. I finally got the joke. I understood the joke. I understood the joke. First of all, I didn't understand it, but finally I did understand it. I got the joke. Very common to say that. Did you get that joke? Did you understand that joke? He couldn't get the concept explained in the lecture. He couldn't understand the concept explained in the lecture. Can you explain it again? I'm having trouble getting it. Can you explain it again? I'm having trouble getting it. So I'm having trouble understanding it. I'm having trouble understanding it. I can't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I can't understand it. Engaging in an action or performing a task. Another main meaning of get. Engaging in an action or performing a task. Let's look at the examples. Let's get started on the project. Let's get started on the project. Let's begin working on the project. I need to get going. I have a meeting soon. I need to get going. I need to start doing the things that I need to do for the meeting. Or could mean I need to get going, could mean as well I need to leave. I need to get going. Could mean I need to leave, or I need to start, if I'm not going to another place, I need to start doing the things that I need to do for my meeting, which is going to occur soon. She got the report finished just in time for the meeting. She finished the task of writing the report just in time for the meeting. She got the report finished. She completed that task. She completed that action. What else? Another main meaning of get. To arrive at one's destination. How can I get there? How can I get there? How can I get there? How can I arrive at the place that I want to go? Can you give me the directions? Yes, go down this street, turn left, turn right. How can I get to the bank? Maybe here I should have put a specific place. How can I get to the bank? How can I get to London? Take the plane, take the train. How can I arrive in London? I got home very late. I arrived at my house very late. I got to the office late. I arrived at my office early. How do you get to work? There it's more like, how do you get to work? I don't have these examples written down, but how do you get to work is how do you travel? So this is slightly different meaning actually. I should have put here too that get can be used to travel, for travel. How do you get to work? I get to work by car. I get to work on the bus. I get to work by train. I get to work by bicycle. It's a slightly different meaning. Maybe I'll put some text up there in the video when I edit this video. What time did you get to London? What time did you get to London? What time did you arrive in London? What time did you arrive in London? Next main use of get, to have something done by someone else. For example, we got our car repaired in the local garage. We got our car repaired in the local garage means that we paid somebody else to repair our car. It's different if I say, I repaired my car, or we repaired our car. If I say, I repaired my car, it means I personally repaired it. But if I say, I got my car repaired, it means somebody else repaired it for me. He just got his hair cut. Well, it's the same as the other one. I cut my hair myself. He just got his hair cut by the barber. We're going to get our house painted. It's different if I say, I'm going to paint my house, or we're going to paint our house. Means that we personally are going to paint the house. But if I say we're going to get our house painted, it means we're going to employ somebody else, contract somebody else to paint the house for us. So I've just put a note down here because we can also use have in the same way. We had our car repaired in the local garage. We got our car repaired in the local garage. Pretty much the same, just a question of style. Both mean the same thing. Somebody else repaired the car for us. Okay, let's carry on then with the final use, or the final main meaning of get. And this is a subject that you should have learned really in level A2 or lower intermediate, but because I wanted this video to cover all the main meanings of get, I added this on at the end. and that is using get, or I should say have got or has got, which is the present perfect actually, for possession. So probably you already know that in English there are two ways of talking about possession. We can either say I've got a new computer or I have a new computer. We can use have got or just the verb have on its own for possession. He hasn't got a car or he doesn't have a car. You can use whatever one you prefer. There's really no difference in meaning. In some regions, maybe in British English, it's more common to use have got and has got, and in American English, it's more common to use have, but it's not exclusive. Some Americans use have got, and some people in Britain use have. So you can use either one, but the important thing is that you need to understand both. She's got long brown hair. She has long brown hair. And in the question, have you got an iPhone? Do you have an iPhone? Okay, so like I said, that is something that you should have learned at level A2, but I've added on this video because it is part of the use of get. There's one more thing that I want to comment on before I finish this video, and that is the past participle of the verb get. Got is the past tense, and the past participle of the verb get is commonly used in both American English and British English. Example, I got a new book for my birthday. This is past simple. Gotten is the past participle of get and is primarily used in American English. It is yet less commonly used or not used at all in British English. Example, I have gotten used to the new schedule. So the past participle of get, the past of get is got, and there are two past participles, got and gotten. Gotten is more common in American English. Normally they're interchangeable, but not always. For example, above here we saw using have got for possession. We can't say I've gotten a new computer. Well, you can, but it has a different meaning. That is, if I say I've gotten a new computer, that would be that I recently acquired a computer. It would be the first meaning. If you're talking about possession, then you need to use got and not gotten. So I've just added it on the end. Realistically, you can always use got in nearly all situations. So you're probably safer off using got. But if you're in the United States or Canada, you will hear gotten sometimes in some contexts. So I just added that on so that you're aware of it. Okay, that's all for this video. So remember, this is class 11 of my advanced English course. I think next week I'm going to do part 2, which will be expressions, and then the following 2 weeks, idioms with get and phrasal verbs with get. When those 2 videos are produced, which at this moment they're not, I will put a link below and also on the screen here to those videos so that you can continue watching if you've got more time, or you can watch them later. Okay, thanks for watching this class, and I'll be back next week, I hope, with expressions with get, part 2. Goodbye.